So happy that you are here. And we will be practicing some Yin Asana this morning. And I love the Yin. It's slower, it's gentler, and it is a restorative yoga. So we'll be breathing and moving in a little slower way, honoring the body and restoring the energy within the body. So let's begin. I am Grace. This is Ecstatic Yoga, and I invite you to dive in. Our focus is bringing on the self-love. So closing your eyes, bringing your awareness in towards the south, practicing some pratyahara, and that is shutting out the external world for a little while and bringing the attention inward to this inner universe within us, this aliveness within us. Taking some breaths in the belly and taking a moment to acknowledge yourself for being on the mat. And if that is all you do on this practice is sit on your mat, you have completely succeeded in this yoga practice. You're on the mat. So just acknowledge yourself for being on the mat. And if you feel like moving, then move with me. If there's a time where you need to take a break at any time. This is your practice. And remembering you're doing this for you, to become more connected to your own being, your own self, and that aliveness that animates within you, that soul power, that connection to divine that is within each of us, within our hearts, within our souls, within our body. And, bringing that love and attention to that eternal aspect of our being. So simply breathing into the belly, checking in with yourself with no judgment, neutral observer, just noticing where this beautiful being of light is in their body right now. Notice where you're at. Scan the body. Checking in with yourself in a deeply loving way. And take a moment now to think about an intention that you'd like to create for yourself, something that brings you joy, that makes you smile, something you'd like to give to yourself, create that is beautiful. Be more flow and ease in this day. Be love and connection with others today. Peace. Experiencing deep peace throughout the day. Or it could be for this week, this year. It could be a lifetime intention. Something beautiful you'd like to create for yourself. Take a moment to feel that intention. The emotions of having that intention. You know, we stated in the positive, in the present. We have love, peace, and joy now. And feel that. Whatever your intention is, that was mine today. And set that intention out to the universe with a this or better, knowing that maybe something more beautiful and wonderful that our minds can't imagine. Because our minds, our brains, are dwell in a limited dimension, and reality is an infinite dimension. So there may be infinite possibilities that we can't even think of. So we're going to just be gentle today. Let's move into some cat-cows, a little flexion and extension of the spine. So as we go into our cow, we're going to arch that back, open the chest, bring the shoulders back, shoulder blades are squeezing together, and gently lift the head so it's in alignment with the spine. And we can inhale here as our lungs are open here. And then let's exhale as we move into our cat, and flexing the spine and rounding that back. And you can bring the head in, gaze down towards the earth. And just moving back and forth at your own pace. Nice slow movements, noticing sensations, getting deeper into your body, more connected. Make these very conscious movements. And coming back to center. And let's move that head a little bit. Let's bring the chin in and bring the head down. And let's move the head up and slightly back. And back to center. Let's bring the head to one shoulder. And bring your hand in gently. And a little more gentle stretch. Remember, never forcing. We always play the edge here. And let's go to the other side. Beautiful. Coming to center, and let's just do some circles with the head. Noticing sensation along the way. Anytime you want to massage a spot that feels good, stay there a little longer, rock back and forth. Feel free to do that. And going the other direction now. And coming back to center, and let's do some circles around the pelvis. Again, if you're feeling any sensation, you want to massage that area and stay rocking. Feel free, honoring your body, being your own sensation, noticing what's going on in your own body, keeping that breath flowing through the belly. And moving the other direction. Coming back to center. We're going to bring one hand down to the mat. Bring that opposite arm up and around. Opening up the side body. Nice lateral opening. And for this, you can engage those bandhas gently and breathe. And let's move over to the other side. Yep. Opposite side body, nice lateral movement. Beautiful. And let's bring those feet together and move into our butterfly, our Baddha Konasana. Let's just flap those those butterfly wings. Your angel wings too. Flap those wings, those legs, just beginning to open up the hips a little bit. And slowing down. And then bring those knees and those legs down towards the earth. Inhale as you lengthen the spine. Exhale, folding forward. Feel a nice opening in the hips and this forward fold. And find your edge. That feels good. And then engage those bandhas and let's bring in the prana and the life force. One more breath. And coming up. Beautiful job. I'm going to go into single leg forward fold. I'm going to take this left leg out. Right foot is going to rest on the inner thigh of the left leg. And again, we're going to inhale as we lengthen the spine. So if you can bring that crown up as high as you can. Elongate the body. And as you exhale, hinging at the hip. And you'll find that edge. We don't want to force, find that gentle edge for ourselves. And then just taking a nice deep breath here. And see if you can hinge a little bit deeper in the hip by just holding that edge, maybe a micro movement deeper. And then allow the spine to round, bringing the head in towards the body. And if you can reach those feet, let's give those feet a nice massage. And as you massage your feet, know that you are massaging the feet of the divine. You are the divine embodiment. Your divine extension from Source Creator God is animating through your body. You are this precious holy temple. So massaging your feet as that sacred being. And inhale, coming up. Beautiful job. We're going to switch legs. Again, inhale as you lengthen. And exhale, hinging forward. Finding that edge. And let's take a nice deep breath in this edge. And see if you can hinge a little deeper now. Massaging that foot. Massaging that foot as that sacred being that you are. Sacred foot. And then on your next inhale, coming up. Beautiful job. Let's keep this left leg out. And we're going to take the right foot, right knee is bent, and bring it out to the outer edge of the left foot. Move into a little seated spinal twist. And then we're going to take the right arm and wrap it around that left knee. Bring the left hand down to the mat. And we're going to inhale, lengthening, and then exhale, twisting to gaze out over that left shoulder. Nice twist in the spine, bringing a lot of energy into the spine, into the internal organs. Inhaling as you lengthen, and exhale, twist. Continue at your own pace. And releasing that. And releasing the leg and extending out that left leg. And we're going to bring the right knee is going to bend, and we're going to bring that right foot to the outer edge of the left foot. Wrapping the left arm around the right knee. Bringing the right hand down to the mat, to the earth. Inhale, lengthening. Exhaling, twist to gaze out over that right shoulder. And release. Good job. Just flop those feet out a little bit. Windshield wiper. Flop the legs and windshield wiper the feet. Beautiful. We're going to come into a table pose. Knees are under the hips. Wrists are under the shoulder. Moving into some cat-cow here. Cow, we're going to arch that back, stick that tailbone out, lift the head and chest as we inhale, exhaling into cow as we tuck the tailbone under, round the back, the head is looking in towards the thighs and the belly. Just moving back and forth at your own pace. Fully present to your own self, acknowledging yourself for the truth of your being. that eternal self, that all-loving aspect of your being, that pureness within you. And beginning to add some micro movements. Maybe as you go into your cat, you can bring the hips back. Feel a nice stretch in the lower back. And you want to do some circles with the hips. Becoming that most loving parent for yourself. You acknowledge the good. You eliminate all criticism of yourself. No longer being hard on yourself. Simply acknowledging, learning, and growing. And acknowledging your gifts. Just moving back and forth, making cat cow, making any spontaneous movements that feel good through this pose. To really feel the love for your own self, your own beingness. Knowing you are doing the best you can. It hasn't always been easy for you. That you're still in the game. You're still trying hard. You're learning and growing. This human equipment is conditioned. It's not you. You're not your thoughts and feelings. You are that eternal spirit, that unchanging extension of God. It's pure love. Recognizing your courage to come down and be in this body and have the experiences and challenges of a human being. What we're going to do now is we're going to move forward. We're going to hinge, bring the hands forward and move forward. And we're going to hinge into an up dog. Feel the chest open. Beautiful. And we're going to come back and we're going to move into a child's pose. And we're going to take a few breaths to really go in and be with ourselves. And take this time as we're in here. Just keep sending your heart love and sending your heart love as you rest in your child's pose. Sending your heart love. And coming up and moving, hinging forward into an up dog again. Breathing. Moving back into child's pose and flowing at your own pace. You might want to just keep a flow going. You may want to take a few breaths in each one. Finding what's working for you or going back and forth, doing a little flow and then taking a break and breathing as you hold a pose. Allowing this to be your practice, finding your rhythm, staying connected to that heart, basking in that self-love. Acknowledging that you are the one that makes yourself important. You are the one that is committed to yourself. You are the one that chooses to be empowered. No one else can choose these things for you. You are the one that chooses to love yourself. And all the love from outside is wonderful and great, but without choosing to love yourself, to be responsible for providing your self-love, knowing there's infinite supply of love within you, you can direct that towards yourself. Without that love of self, the love can't be complete. And only you are responsible to love yourself. And one last one, and let's rest in child's pose for a few breaths. Setting our heart, ourselves, all aspects of our being, love. Coming up, and now that we're kind of in this position, we're going to get onto our belly. And bringing those arms out to either side, pressing the pelvis into the earth. Inhaling, lifting the arms, the legs, and the head to a beautiful bird. Allow yourself to just fly over the most beautiful places you can imagine. Breathe. Move that bird a little bit. Seeing all the beauty, moving that body through the earth, through the air, and inhale down. And then let's take those hands right below the shoulders. Elbows are in a little bit. And we're going to move into a little baby cobra. So pressing that pelvis into the earth. Inhaling up, using the back muscles. Not using the hands to push ourselves up. Very little weight in the hands. And engaging those sponsors, and let's breathe in this baby cobra using those back muscles. And one more breath. And coming down. You turn your head to one side or the other and take a little break for right now and just feel that deep connection with the earth. Feel that love for the earth and that love for your body as earth energy. Every molecule in your body has come from the earth. Maybe the food you ate, the air you breathed. Just surrender to the earth, trusting that support. And coming back to center, let's bring those feet up. If you're able to bring the hands back and hold on to those ankles, I'm going to go into a little bow and exhaling completely. On your next inhale, coming up into a bow, using those back muscles, pressing the feet into the hands, lifting the body up and breathe. One more breath. And releasing down. Beautiful job. And let's roll over onto our backs. And what we're going to do now is called a supported bridge. So you can either use a pillow, a blanket, or a cushion. You can put that, I'm going to use a pillow today. Bring that right up behind the buttocks. And then gently resting back on that cushion. And adjusting so you're comfortable. So you're creating, the knees can be up with the feet flat on the floor. You can relax the hands out beside you. Just resting for a few moments in this supported bridge. Your back is in a little back bend. But we're not using any effort. We're just allowing the prop of the cushion to allow the back to be in this back bend. Just sinking into the pose. You can bring the knees together and the feet a little wider so that your body can relax more. Allow the shoulders to relax. Connect in with the body, noticing the sensations, how you're feeling, and simply rest in this pose. Deep flowing breaths. Resting in your heart, your own self-love. Fully present to yourself and sensation. If you move into thinking, that energy of thinking, just bring yourself back to your heart and self-love and noticing physical and energetic sensations from this pose. Repeat, I love you to your own self, your own heart. And taking a nice deep breath into your belly. Coming up onto the elbows, bringing yourself up. Removing your prop and then bringing yourself back down onto your back. And let's bring those knees into the chest, rocking back and forth. Let's hold that right knee into the chest and extend the left leg out. And open that right knee so it's coming out to the side a little. It's more aligned with your armpit than your ribs. As we gently bring that right knee in, we're not going to be pressing against the ribs. We're coming in towards the armpit. And then this extended leg, your left leg that's extended, we're going to press that down into the earth. Feel that hamstring pressing in down towards the earth. That's a line of energy. So we got two lines of energy. We've got the right knee coming in towards the right armpit and the left leg pressing down towards the earth. And here comes our Xander. Hi, Xander. Hello. Hi, honey. Hi. Hi, baby. Yeah. One more breath here. No. And release that leg. And we're going to swap legs. So the left leg is going to come out. Right leg is going to extend up. We're going to bring that left leg in. Opening it up a little wide and so it's aligned with the armpit. Bringing that left leg in towards the armpit. Right leg is pressing down towards the earth. And breathe. Two lines of energy simultaneously going in two different directions. Deep breaths. Beautiful. And releasing that knee. And keeping that left knee up. And we're going to take the right ankle and rest it on the left knee in our supine pigeon. And then bringing that left leg up towards the body, wrap the hands behind the left leg, behind the knee there, and we're going to be gently pulling that left leg in towards the body, feeling a nice hip opener on the right side. And engage those bandhas and let's breathe into this beautiful hip opener. I'm going to take a few breaths so we give this right hip some time to really release and relax. Open up. Fully present to yourself, basking in self-love. And one more breath. And releasing that left leg down. And we're going to swap and go to the other side. Right foot is on mat, right knee is up. We're going to take the left ankle and rest it on the right knee. Bring that right leg up towards the body. Wrap the hands back behind this hamstring, right up by the knee. And we're going to gently pull the knee in towards the body. And breathe. Immersing in your own self-love. Appreciation for your own self. Love. Devotion to the self. Bringing your attention into the left hip and allowing that to open and stretch and release. Beautiful job releasing that left foot. Let's bring the feet up and let's just shake them out at loose bit. Let's bring the arms up. This is a bug. Say dead bug, but I don't think the dead bug could be very dead if it's shaking its arms and feet and legs. Just shaking out, shaking out. And then let's bring those knees in, rocking back and forth. We're going to move into a nice supine twist now. So we're going to let's extend that right leg out. Come up onto that right side just an inch, bending the left knee and bringing it over to the right. Right hand on the left knee as it gently comes over. You can guide it over. My left arm is going to extend out 90 degrees and I'm going to turn the head out to gaze out over the left fingertips. And breathe in this nice deep twist. We'll stay here for several breaths to really allow this twist to integrate. We're cleansing the internal organs. We're bringing a lot of energy to the spinal column, the muscles around the spinal column. Keeping that spinal column healthy. Use it or lose it. And we're as healthy as our spine. Keep it flexible, youthful. And breathe and bask in and immerse yourself in your own heart, your own self-love. One more nice deep breath. And coming back to center. We're going to switch legs. Left leg straight out, right knee is bent, coming up onto that left side just an inch to keep that spine neutral and bringing the right knee over to the left now. Right arm is extended out 90 degrees and we're going to turn the head to gaze out over those right fingertips. You can close your eyes and bring your awareness inward to your own heart. Deep flowing breaths as you bask in and immerse yourself in your own heart, your own love. You are your source for love, and there's an infinite supply within you. And releasing the knee, coming back to center. And we're going to bring those knees into the chest and rock back and forth. Let's bring those feet together in a Supta Baddha Konasana, supine butterfly. And we can gently pull those feet in towards the body as you open up both hips at the same time, finding your personal edge and basking in the sensations. And breathe. Beautiful job. Let's bring one foot out at a time. Feel a nice stretch. Moving to the other leg, opening that up, feeling that stretch. Let's go side to side one more time. On the other side, back and forth, finding your rhythm. And then let's bring those knees so they're aligned with your armpits, are nice and wide. Feet are up looking at the sky, facing the sky. Hands are wrapped around the outer edges of the feet. And let's just gently pull those knees down in happy baby. Feeling the lumbar spine, the small of your back against the earth. Not lifting the butt up. Just in baby pose. And breathe into this beautiful hip opener. Breathing into the belly. Feeling into that self was born into this earth as a baby. Courageous, pure. Sending that self-love. And just moving into happy baby, kicking around, rolling around, having some fun. This is our last pose. We're going to do a couple of releases and then go into our savasana. And releasing those feet down. Let's bring the knees into the chest for a moment. And then bringing the feet down to the earth. Knees are up. Let's move into our hula. Feeling both hips here, and we're going to bring that right hip down towards the right heels. Left hip is coming up towards the left armpit. And without lifting the back off the floor at all, just swiveling those hips, we're going to drop left hip down to the left heel, right hip up towards the right armpit. And just swiveling back and forth at your own pace. Make these nice, slow, conscious, mindful movements. Keeping that breath flowing, noticing the sensation in your body. This is really good for that lower lumbar spine. all those muscles, that lower back. Coming back to center, we're going to move into hip pointers. So now we are going to lift one butt cheek up at a time. So let's root the left hip and butt cheek into the earth. And let's point that right hip, lifting the right butt cheek up and point that right hip up towards the sky diagonally, and then bringing that down, moving over to the left side, lifting and pointing that hip up towards the sky. Hip pointers, and moving back and forth, nice and mindfully at your own pace, noticing the sensations, basking in your own self-love, being here for you, keeping the breath flowing. Finishing up, and one last hip pointer, and then coming back to neutral, flat on your back. And let's move now into cat-cow on the mat. So when we move into our cat, we're going to feel the small of the back press into the mat. Tailbone is tucked under, flexion of the spine. And then as we move into our cow, we're going to arch that lower back, that lumbar spine up off the mat. Feeling that back arch up, tailbone sticking into the earth. Extension of the spine. And moving back and forth in your cat-cow. Mindfully, slowly, with great self-love, finding your own pace. And breathe. And coming back to center. Beautiful job. Let's walk these feet out wide, the wide edges of the mat. And we're going to drop one knee at a time in towards the center. Single knee drop. Nice, slow, mindful movement. Feeling that love for self in your own heart. And coming back to center, walking those feet together, keeping those knees up. We're going to drop the knees over to one side, double knee drops. So you can either take them together and windshield wiper back and forth, or you can lift that top leg up and nice and slowly come over to the other side, allowing the bottom leg to follow, and both stacked on the other side, lifting the top knee up, bringing it mindfully over to the other side, letting the lower follow. And continuing at your own pace, whichever version or variety you want. Staying connected to your heart and that love and appreciation for yourself, acknowledging your courage, your compassion, your strength, keeping the breath flowing. And finishing up with one more. And then coming back to center. Let's bring those knees into the chest. We're going to move into Savasana. Rock back and forth, releasing the last little bits of tension in that lower back. Bringing the legs out, arms out. Take those feet a little wider, the arms a little wider away from the body, flopping the feet out, the hands out, palms up. Just letting your body sink into the earth and be received and supported and held by Mother Earth. Feeling all the muscles release and relax. Feel all that tension just melt into Mother Earth. Acknowledging the support. You are held. You are safe. You are supported. And we will relax and release. Just dive into a few moments of silence, silent stillness. Beginning to breathe into that lower belly to begin to come back. Beginning to wiggle the fingers and the toes, stretching out the body. And roll them over to one side or the other. Take a nice deep breath here. Staying connected with the self and sensations. And gently, when you're ready, come to a seated position. And take this moment now to check in again. Dive inside, feel the heart beating, feel the inner aliveness within you, whatever sensations are there. Scan the inner being and noticing your state of emotions, your state of mind, your energy body, your physical body. How are you doing right now? Noticing if there may be a little more calm inside. Any changes from when we checked in at the beginning of practice. And take this moment now to come back to that intention that you set and reminding yourself of that intention. And love, peace, and joy, these eternal gifts from God, I embody now. Whatever your intention is, repeating it to yourself, feeling those emotions aligned with your intention. We will conclude with Namaste. And let's see if I have a little chant insight for you, a little blessing from my soul to yours. Anakenia, Anakehea, Anakenia Kehe. Anakenia Kianakehea, Anakenia Kehe. Heya, heya, hey. Heya, heya, hey. Heya, 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 heya. Heya, heya, hey. I honor the place in you in which the entire universe dwells. I honor the place in you which is of love, of light, of truth, and of peace. And when you are in that place in you, and I am in that place in me, we are one. Namaste. Please join me for a rapture meditation in a few minutes. And I wish you a most beautiful and most blessed day.